You want to know more about me, Zora? Okay. I was born in Falkreath. My mother, Reyna, is the cousin of Dengir, and my father is the merchant, Cyrodiil. My mother's family sent her to Whiterun to train with the companions. She enjoyed the challenge and learned a great deal. She wasn't impressed by the honor for hire mentality. I am not either, for that matter. My father, Telemus, saw her training one day during one of his sales visits to Belethor's shop. As the story goes, Belethor offered his own sister for sale one too many times. And my father swore he'd never sell that odious little man another piece of merchandise. He stalked out the back door of the shop, invited my mother in. Their eyes met, and the rest is history, I suppose. They moved back here to Falkreath and bought Grey Pine goods. Are you listening? Or are you reading? Well, no matter. My father's business was very successful, and 2 years later they bought Half Moon Mill. Shortly afterward, I was born. I grew up with Siggeir. I know he seems like a moron now, but he's got a good heart. We were good friends, and we played together until I moved away. My father and Dengir became close. The merchant trade brought business to Falkreath. The favor of the Jarl didn't hurt my father's business any. When I was 10, my parents sold the store to Solaf and Oland. They're kind of knobs, but they're Nords, and I can't blame them. I think that was the beginning of the troubles, though. My mother is a Nord, of course, and favors Ulfric. Not sure why, but my dad, well, he's a merchant and an Imperial first. Though he loved my mom, those were his loyalties. When I was 14, Dengir honored my dad with a thainship and granted my parents land to the east. They sold the mill, which they'd built into a settlement.
I am your sword and your shield.
Thank you, Raya. Thank you. And they built this house, Lakeview Manor. I've lived here for the last 10 years. When I met you, well, I was out just exploring. And I'm glad I did meet you. My mother trained me in the way she was trained. She also taught me a bit of alchemy. You've seen me do that. My dad tried his best to teach me all he knew about buying and selling. I've been to every city in Skyrim. I know all the traders and merchants. Oh, I thought you were reading. You're right. My parents fought more and more. As Ulfric's rebellion grew and keeps growing, their marriage suffered. In the end, I was left alone. Here, Raya. My mother went to Windhelm to lend her sword to Ulfric. My father packed his best and his inventory and headed for Bruma. That was 3 years ago. I was 22. I know my parents love me very much, but I only hear from them now and then. My dad put Raya in charge. She's good. She guards it well. But it was with the understanding that it would be mine, and that I would become Thane, and I could buy him out. A few months ago, I set out to make that happen. That's how I ended up at Brittleshin. I saw Runel. Told me he'd lost his journal. That's why I was there. So here we are, Zora. Now you know who I am, what I intend to do. But we have many miles and many fights. Are you willing to stay with me? Zora, it's time to go. We need to go to Whiterun. I have things to sell, people to visit. Come. I need to load up Atlas. Atlas, I have some things for you. You can carry these, this, and this, and this, and this. Some weapons. Ah, that's enough. Come, let's take the carriage. Bunjar,
My carriage is the safest way to travel.
take us to
Where do
Whiterun,
you want to
please.
Going straight through, or did you want to stop somewhere along the way?
Bunjar, how many times do I have to tell you? Just take me straight to
We'll
Whiterun.
be off.
Hey. Carriage drivers.
Never been to Whiterun before? The Jarl's Palace is something to see. Dragon search, they call it. With old dragons all hanging on the wall.
Well, that was a long trip. Come. Atlas, what do you think? Try to sell them some of these things.
Do you ever find that you regret making this journey?
In truth, this one needs something.
Brisad, do you remember me?
Take a look.
What else might I sell you?
That is true.
May your road lead you to
I
warm
should be
sands.
more grateful for this opportunity. Not many Khajiit can say that they have visited Skyrim.
I'll sell you this armor and a bow.
Khajiit has wares. Take a look.
Nice bow. What do you think? I will not sell you Silverwind, no matter how much you beg. That is mine. Garnets? Are you interested? Good.
I hope
Perhaps
that you will come
Bellathor
to
will
do business
buy
with
the
us
rest of
again.
my trinkets and odds and ends.
Come and see what goods I have.
I wonder where Zora went to.
Oh, it took years, but I earned my way to the top. I
Oh,
reached
shut
over
up,
a lot.
Nazim. I've heard your stories many times before. I don't need to hear them again. Well, it's late. Come on, Zora, let's find a bed at the inn, or even better, I know where we can stay. Come. Remember this little cubby hole we found? Oh no, you weren't here.
Bash your face in after all you've done.
Excuse me?
Shut up, scum.
Okay, let's rest. We'll get up and sell some more things tomorrow morning, and then we'll be on our way. We need to talk to a few people, and then head down the road. It's time for some trading. One thing I do not understand, Zora, is how Idolaf knows that we've spoken to Freya. How could he know? Perhaps John told him. He saw me going in. No. No, John wouldn't do that. Besides, I haven't been seen talking to Avelstein. Well, no matter. What do you think? I don't understand. Atlas. Let me grab a few more things. Take some... See how much of this gold what Bellathor will give us for the gold. Take Dawn Guard. 2 of these and 1 of those. Okay. Just get out of my way. Silly mule. I remember how my father used to sneer at Heimskr. Can't say as I blame him, being an Imperial.
Dragonborn. It's an honor.
I am not this Dragonborn. I don't know who you think I am. Danica.
It's a shame.
How are
isn't
you?
it?
What? What's a shame? Is there something wrong?
This is the Gilder Green.
I
It
know
was
it's
planted
the
as a
Gilder
seedling
Green.
in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kynareth could sense something holy in it and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple.
I know all
Of
these
course.
things.
Not as many pilgrims these days.
Why not?
A big dead tree isn't very inspiring if you're coming to worship the divine of wind and rains. Kynareth gives life, and we need a living tree to be her symbol.
Are you so sure of that? I've always found the tree quite inspiring as it is.
I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die. They only
Exactly.
slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the elderly, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal.
What kind of weapon would work?
Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the hag ravens. I've heard about a weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself.
There's no reason for you to go. I'll get it for you.
Your spirit is strong. Kynareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
You hear that, Zora? Danica needs our help.
Will rule Skyrim forever. Terrible and powerful Talos.
One of these days, Heimskr, I'm going to stuff a rag down your throat. Whenever I stare across those mountains, I just think of home. I wonder if Arcadia is interested in any of my potions. I've been practicing.
I spend a lot of time with the stock of potions and alchemy.
Arcadia, how are you? This is my pony, Atlas. I apologize. He likes to come inside with me.
Pardon me, but do I detect a case of the rattles? I've got something for that.
No, no rattles.
So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Always. Let's see. I can sell you these.
I have several elixirs for sale.
And perhaps you could give me a few pointers,
I
though.
think I can teach you a thing or two.
That's enough.
Until next time.
It's time to visit Bellathor, much as my father hated him.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed.
Good morning, sir.
Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. If I had a sister, I'd sell her in a second.
And that's exactly why my father stopped selling you goods.
I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell.
That better be a joke.
That's a little joke.
Yeah, okay. What's wrong with you, Bellathor? Who bought you out?
Of course.
I will come back someday and invest.
Do come back.
Yes. Not today. Come on, Zora, let's have a pint of ale.
An old woman can't do if she puts her mind to it.
I have no doubt you're right. My mother was certainly such a one.
Hey, watch it. I have to teach you to talk to me that way.
Nah, I don't think so.
Guys are always fighting.
It's nothing. Hey, Smear, you're paid for that?
Lydia.
If it's work you're looking for, Hulda's the one to talk to.
Oh. My apologies. Did you refill my water?
Of course.
Come on, Zora.
Just let me know.
Let's have some bread and ale outside where the air is a little bit. Who are you?
Yes?
Take a look.
Are you interested in any of my gold? Well, that was profitable.
Mm-hmm.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wild.
This Redguard always asks me if I know a good tailor, read some fancy book, or if I've visited the Cloud District.
Did you tell your brother
Be very insecure.
about my visit to your house?
Well met, kinsman.
Those green apples you sold me the other day were delicious.
Divine smile on you, friend. Come by Bellathor's shop at the market. I'm sure we've got something you want.
Adrienne, are you interested in some Dawnstar armor?
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Or I should say Dawnguard, not Dawnstar. Let's see what Elrendir has to offer today.
Got something for just about everybody in here? Ah, hello, my Nord friend. In the market for some hunting supplies?
As always, sir.
What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know.
At least it's not wood elves.
Thank you very much for your business.
Well, Zora, it's time to hit the road. Where's Atlas? Well, he'll be along. Probably stuck behind a door somewhere. Silly pony. That was a profitable morning. What do you think? I think we should ride towards Windhelm. Perhaps we can visit my mother if she's there. Perhaps we can find some bounty along the way. We should buy a saddle for our horse. Ah, much better. Shall we? Let's ride. Come, Zora. The road is long, and we have a long way to go. Somehow I doubt that my mother will be in Windhelm. I never see her anymore. An interesting looking crew. Unusual armor. No, no, I must not. I always loved this waterfall when I was a lad. Have you seen it before, Zora? I'm sure you have. What was that? Ah! One of these bloody dragons. Come. We must seek some cover first. Perhaps it will lose interest in us. Yeah, you take care of the wolf. Quickly heal. Must get my shield ready. Drat, I left my shield at Lakeview Manor. I'll have to buy a new one. Where is this dragon? There he is. Where's Zora? We can't leave them to defend themselves. Perhaps we can get under this bridge. Ah. He already seems to be well wounded. Ah. Good. I'm glad we could help. He seems to have angered a mud crab.
It may be dead now.
Oh. Somebody must have died of their wounds. Once again, this strange feeling I get whenever I'm near a dead dragon. Good for you, Zora, using your armor. Some arrows. Hello.
In all my years, I've never seen such a thing.
Well, you look fairly young, but perhaps your years aren't too long. Atlas, I have something for you. Carry for me here. You can keep this animal fat. Did I put my shield with you? No, sadly. I left it at Lakeview. The fool that I am. Ah, no. There it is. Excellent. I feel safer now. Hello, sir.
I never would have believed it if I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I didn't believe it either. Dragons? Who would have thought? Well, come Atlas, Zora, let's go. Find the horses where we left them. Ah, these poor guards, they are brave. We'll let the city take care of them. Let's stand here a moment. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes?
Well, you don't have to sound so pithy. Ah, I never asked you about your sister. What happened to her?
Well, my sister doesn't come to Riverwood very often. But she sends a letter every now and then, just to let me know she's alive. She can take care of herself, but that does not mean I don't worry.
Of course not. I would worry if I had a sister. Where does she live?
Oh, I think she moves around. She can't really live in a city. She's kind of a witch.
A witch? When did that happen?
That is hard to say. I guess she's always been a bit different and good with magic. I don't want to say she was born a witch, but at the the very least, she's not your typical mage.
When did you last speak to her about it?
In 2 years, 3? I'm very poor with time. Especially when I'm adventuring with my favorite companion.
Aw, that's so sweet.
As for her last letter, well, that has also been a very long time. Too long. Which makes me worry. We should stop by the sleeping giant inn. Maybe someone has heard something.
Okay, we will. As soon as we can. But first, we have other things to attend to. Like finding our horses. Perhaps we should just simply call them. Ah, magical horns. Would that I had one for you, Atlas. Come. We must ride quickly now. So, we have established some things about Hannes and Zora now. And I welcome you to this series of videos for the Skyrim Addict Roundtable Hearthfire Edition. This is a story of a young Nord who has an imperial father, whose mother is a Stormcloak, and his adventures. He is a merchant, the son of a merchant. His father was a successful merchant, as we've talked a little bit about. And, or at least as he told to Zora, the story that he told her. Or wolves. And there she goes. Are they attacking Atlas? Ah.
I'm getting better.
You are getting better.
Probably only got a handful of scars from this fight.
Ah. Anyway, as I was saying, Hannes is young but attempting to become a successful merchant. He has already gathered some gold, which he is leaving salted away at Lakeview Manor to gain some value. He brought some with him to Whiterun, but he's also young enough to be out for adventure. And this looks like some adventure here.
Bandit are so conspicuous, aren't they? It's no wonder Skyrim has so many well-fed trolls.
Somebody's in trouble. Now that I have my shield back, I should make sure that I have it equipped. Ah, you were right, Zora. A troll. Aha. Well, we got that. But I sense there's more trouble here. Oh, oh. Oh, Zora, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Well done. Well done, girl. Since they seem to be bent on attacking us, let's go after them. I thought there was one up here. Ah. You're down there. I have no problem sniping at you from here. Let's see if we can put a few more arrows in you before we have to take you on. You go after Zora, I'll come after you. Where are you? Careful, Zora. I'm coming. Ah, we took him down together. Well done. A chief, no less. Doesn't have much worth having. These might fetch a little profit. Well, come on, Zora. Let's see if we can gather some worthwhile loot. Atlas, stay here. Gods, what a beautiful, beautiful view this is. I remember coming here with my dad, but I don't remember this tower being so infested with bandits. Well, just fire. A bizarre root. I'll bet I can take that back and put it in the cauldron. Let's see. We left some... We left some bodies down here, didn't we? Nothing much. Ah, the troll. Absolutely. Troll's blood. Yes, I remember my mother telling me how much that is worth to make poisons. And troll fat as well. What do you think? Should I skin it? I think I will. Let's put the poor thing in the ground. Ah, well, Zora, I don't think there's much else to be had unless, well, perhaps there's a chest up there. Let's go. We'll let Atlas graze. Perhaps we can find a bed to sleep in. It's getting late. Another potion. It gets dark fast here when that sun sets, doesn't it? The horses will be fine now that we've taken care of these bandits. Ah, was right. Chest. Yeah. Lockpicks. Ring of Remedy. I like that. And 2 unusual shields. Well, Zora? Might as well stay here for the evening. What say you? With some shelter? A bed? I know. We're not sleeping together, but we can sleep next to each other. We'll grab some wine, tell some stories. Looks like this bandit chief was a bit of a drinker. Ah. Oh, you're going to sit in the chair, huh? Well, I was going to sit down. Fine, I'll just lie down on the bed. We'll talk in the morning.